Hey guys, Gabriel here. Welcome to Freedom Hustle. In today's video, I want to share with you exactly how I was able to get pre-approved for mortgage in the UK and also how I managed to get a £10,000 loan, a credit card, and also passed reference for this house that I live in, which is £1,500 per month. Before I jump into it, I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor, all right? I'm just a guy here in the internet recording content about money and about side hustles and about ways to make more money and then invest that money and then save that money to generate more money that will build you financial freedom. I'm just a guy doing this. Okay, guys? So, yeah. Thank you so much if you subscribed. We're nearly with 80 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but that's just the beginning of it. I always say that in the videos, but that's just the beginning. And then, yeah, I appreciate your help. If you can subscribe, that will help me a lot. And also a thumbs up in the video will help me a lot. Okay, guys? But without no more talks, we go straight to the video. Okay? So, exactly my financial system, my personal finance system here in the UK. Doing this, I'm being able to get credit, get loans, get credit card. I'm pre-approved for mortgage, and I'm ready to start property investing. All right. So that's big. That's really, really, really massive. And I hope you appreciate that. And I hope you can get good things from this video. All right, guys. So there's 6 steps on this personal finance system, my personal finance system. This is what I do every day. All right. So the first step on my personal finance system is no stupid debt. All right. When you have your personal finance, you need to be very strategic with what you spend money every month. And what do I mean by no stupid debt? It's any type of debt, any type of payments that you have to pay per month that are useless or that doesn't benefit you really much. I can tell you like an example here. For you, if you pay your iPhone or a phone per month just to have the nice phone, just to have the nicest phone, this is a stupid debt. You just pay money for a phone to have like the newest phone, and then you have £30 extra on your bill every month. That's a stupid debt. Another stupid debt, if you pay your car on finance and you have like a fancy car and you pay a lot of money per month, that's a stupid debt because you're paying that money when you could have a cheaper phone, a second-hand cheap phone, and don't have that bill per month, and that will give you more freedom. And you could get that money and save it and put that money in another thing that will give you freedom. All right. This is for phone. This is for cars. This is for like monthly bills that you have that maybe you don't need that maybe you can have something else that will do the same thing. You're gonna have the same thing, the same result, and you don't need that debt. And that debt can destroy your freedom. All right. So the first thing is that you don't need to have this stupid debt. Okay. So after the no stupid debt, you're gonna have more freedom. Okay, you're gonna have more money at the end of the month. So the second step in this personal finance system, or my personal finance system, is to have more than one source of income. Okay. So in my case, I have 3 sources of income. So we can't rely in only one income. Maybe that's just one job you have, or like you only have one income. Maybe that's a job, or maybe it's a self-employment. This is not going to give you freedom. You're not going to build anything if you rely only in one income. So the best thing here is to have one income, and then you have side hustles on top of that income. In my case, I have 3 sources of income. I have my main job working from home. I work from home for a bank. So I know what I'm talking about. I work for a bank. Then I have a food delivery, another income that I'm not doing anymore. I maybe do that again soon if I change my car. I'm thinking of going and do that again, but yeah. And also I do reselling online. So I have another 2 sources of income on top of my job. So I do food delivery and I do reselling online. And also I'm doing this channel, which can build me income later on. Doesn't give me yet, but it can soon. All right. So second step, more than one source of income, potentially three, and even better if you can have an online income. Online income is really good as well because you don't need to be there in a place to get the money. All right, guys. So that's the second step. Third step is to have all your bills organized. What I do with my bills is I have this iPhone. My iPhone is not new, as you can see. And on the notes, I have like a note in my phone. And in this note, I have all my bills in there. I have rent, electricity, water, gas, insurance, my car insurance, gym, child maintenance that I have to pay for my son's mother. I have everything there, and it's everything organized. Everything that I have to pay is there, organized one by one. And then below that, below the list, that's the full amount that I have to pay every month. And I have a big number there. And then I compare that number to my salary. And then I know if I'm good or not. So that way, I know exactly how much money I have every month, how much money is going, and how much money I can spend, and how much money I can invest or save. And that's really important. You need to have your bills organized. You need to know exactly how much you pay every month on every bill in total. And then you compare that to your salary. And then you see how much money you have left. And then with that money you have left, you see how much money you can save and how much money you can invest. All right? And that's really important. That's what builds you freedom, accountability. You start seeing the numbers and then you run the numbers, and then you start thinking like smart and thinking like, okay, if I do this, and that, I'm going to have this money at the end of the month. Then I can save this amount, and then I can invest in this, and then maybe I can save £5,000 in 1 year or £10,000 in 1 year. And if you have 3 sources of income, that money can like get really big soon because you're putting other incomes on top of your job, and it's like a snowball effect. All right. And when you have your bills organized, you see if you don't have stupid debt, you see how much money you're gonna have in the end of the month. Because if you only have the essential bills and you have a good salary and 2 or 3 extra income, you're going to see you can save money. You can definitely save money in the UK because you are organized and you are being smart and you're doing things thinking long term. All right. So bills organized. The next thing on the list, the fourth step, is strategic credit. When you are organized and you have good sources of income, you need to start thinking smart and you need to start thinking of credit. So you need to check your credit score and you need to start applying for credit products like credit cards, loans, and if you want to buy a house, which is one of the steps in this plan, on my personal finance plan, is about property investment. And we'll talk about that a bit later in the video. So yeah. So you need to start thinking about credit, strategic credit, but not just get a finance, not just get like a car on finance that is just going to be a liability for you. It's not going to give you money. I'm thinking about strategic credit, credit that you will get, and that credit will give you money. For example, if you buy a mortgage, if you get a house on a mortgage and you're going to refurb that house to get a profit in that house, that's a good credit. Or if you're getting a credit card to build your credit score, that's strategic money. Or if you get a loan, a £10,000 loan to invest in a business or to buy a car that you're going to work in it to make money on Uber, or you're going to get a loan to refurb your house, that's strategic credit. So you need to start thinking about strategic credit. You're going to get credit to make money with that credit. That's what I do. Okay. So everything that I'm talking here, it's about myself and what I do. and then you can have your own ideas and create your own plan based on my experience. All right, so that's the fourth step, strategic credit. The fifth step is long-term investment plan. I talked about that a little bit, the fourth step, but long-term investment plan is when you start thinking of getting all these sources of income that you have, getting all this strategic credit that you have, and you start thinking on what you can invest your money now that will give you money long term. And that's like the house thing. If you buy a house, you refurb, and then you rent rooms from that house, that's long term investing plan. You're thinking about putting money in something that will give you passive income or semi-passive income that will get you financial freedom. If you have 1, 2, 3 houses, that's financial freedom. All right, or it can it doesn't necessarily need to be like a house, but it can be something like you investing in let's say like a stock, or you're investing in crypto. Like crypto, I'm not a big fan of crypto, but I'm just saying like long-term investing plan. Or you're investing in saving accounts that are paying 8% per month. You know, you need to start thinking about things long-term that you're going to put your money there, and your money will generate more money. All right, you need to put your money in something that will make more money for you. That's the long-term investment plan. Okay, and there's many ways to do that. The ways that I am doing now is house. I'm all in house and property investing, and that's my plan. My personal finance plan is that houses. I want to go to property, but there's many other ways like stocks, like saving accounts. There's also real estate, uh, bonds, I think, if I'm not wrong. But there's many types of investing. There's gold, there's silver, there's many types. You just need to find your one. My one is property. All right, so that's the fifth step. And then the sixth step, when you have long-term investing plan and this plan is going well, the best thing is to get like savings and then put these savings to generate passive income. And that could be into like things that are safer, because when you have income, when you have money, when you have wealth, the best thing to do is put that wealth in a safe investment that will give you passive income monthly. And that at that step, you achieved financial freedom. And that's exactly my plan. That's exactly what I'm doing. And we have the seventh step here, which is have a long-term plan. All right, a long-term overall plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going. You need to know exactly where you're going. And having a long-term plan that you are following, I can guarantee you that will give you financial freedom if you follow that plan. And that's my plan. And I hope that this can help you. Okay, guys? So I use some tools to help me with that, and to manage my money. I use Monzo. All right, I use Monzo because Monzo has pots, and I usually use Monzo pots to save money and then to separate my income. So I put my money for bills in one pot, and then I put my money for savings in another pot, and then I put my money that I can spend on my daily life in another pot. And Monzo pot is perfect for me because it helps me saving. Okay, guys, and I'm talking about me here. All right. If you want to open a Monzo account, you can open a Monzo account with my link, and you get £10,000 bonus. Okay, you just need to click below, and you can open a Monzo account. All right. Remembering this, just reminding you, this is not financial advice. It's just my experience. Okay, guys. Also, I use Zilch. Zilch is like a credit card that you can use. That I use to improve my credit score. All right, and because when we going to get a credit card or loan or mortgage or pass reference for anything that you need to, your credit score needs to be good. And then I use Zilch to improve my credit score. So if you want to open a Zilch account as well, a Zilch credit card, I'll leave in the description as well. You can open it. If you open it with my link, you get £5 as well as a bonus, okay, for my referral. All right, guys, thank you very much. I hope this helps you. And yeah, if you like the video, please thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so we can grow to 100 subscribers, which is our new goal. Also, I'll leave the next video here for you, which is the video where I talked about how I got pre-approved for mortgage and exactly step by step what you need to get approved for a mortgage in the UK. Okay, guys, it's the next video here. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.